Sword Rider, Transformers reviews and toy related chat. Sword Rider, Sword Rider.
Hello everyone, it's Sword Rider here. It's been a while since I spoke to you, it's been about a week or so. I hope the weather, if you're in the UK, isn't treating you too badly. For those of you who aren't in the UK, we've had this thing called the Beast from the East, which has brought this really weird snow. It's almost like dust. I've never seen anything like it. Pretty much snowed in at the moment, so I thought I'd do a video. And this video, I'm going to do a little bit of a comparison, a little bit of a versus. There's a couple of figures that I picked up recently that I thought I'd do a review of and do them jointly. So, shall we get into it? So we're going to take a look at a couple of figures today, and we're going to have a look at the Evasion Mode Wei Jiang M01 Commander, which is the oversized Evasion Mode Optimus Prime. And we're also going to have a look at the Last Night Leader Class Optimus Prime, which I picked up from B&M. Thought it'd be a nice comparison because it's the two real movie version molds that are out there. I know the Wei Jiang is a knockoff and it's upscaled and all that kind of stuff, but the mold is essentially the Evasion Mode Voyager from back in Age of Extinction, was it? I think. Yeah, it was Age of Extinction. So I haven't got the box for the Leader Class Prime, but here we go. Let's have a look at the M01 box. Some lovely artwork at the front. I did get it from Mr. David Shotton last month, I think it was. Yeah, it was. And some beautiful artwork on the front. Some nice images on the side. M01 at the top. Yeah, it's a nice box, but we're not really here to look at that. We're here to have a look at the figures. So here is the Wei Jiang Optimus Prime in his truck mode. I thought I'd start in vehicle mode first. I haven't actually seen this in its vehicle mode, you know. I have watched some videos, but I only bothered looking at the robot mode section, so it was quite a nice surprise when I put it together. Suffers from the same issues as the Evasion Mode Optimus Prime. In fact, the clearance is quite tight. You've got to get the arms in the right place to fold everything away. But I think you'll agree, that's a pretty goddamn good looking cab. It's got some lovely chrome on the smokestacks. I don't think you get these on the original version. I think this whole back piece is new. You get rubber tyres. You can see his feet on the back, which is a little bit of a shame, but I don't find that too much of a problem. I'm not going to be displaying him in this mode anyway. Some nice chrome at the front, silver paint. These go backwards and forwards, these wing mirrors. And I think you can tab this into the MP10 trailer. Not 100% sure. It will look a little bit out of scale, I think, because this is quite a big, hefty truck. I think you'll agree, though. That's a good-looking alt mode. As for Leader Class Optimus, a little bit more basic. We haven't got any got a bit of silver paint. We haven't got any chrome on the smokestacks or on the sides. We've got plastic tyres. It's a lot simpler. It's a lot more toy-like. Still a nice looking alt mode though. I must admit I'm not a fan of this truck design. I much prefer the flatbed truck or the truck from the first movie. But it's not a bad looking representation of Optimus. I was going to paint this up, but to be honest with you, I think I'm just happy leaving it as it is. You don't get the visible feet here. You don't get anything visible really underneath, which is pretty good. Yeah, it's a decent truck. It's not too bad. It rolls as it should. Side by side, you can see there's a pretty hefty size difference between these two. Pretty hefty. Pretty big. This guy is a lot heavier as well. There's die-cast parts in here, whereas the official Leader Class is basically all plastic apart from some screws and some pins. But side by side, there are two pretty cool versions of Optimus, let's be honest. So, should we talk about accessories now? So, Wei Jiang comes with a plethora of accessories. Good word that is, isn't it? Plethora? I can't even say it now. So, we get this kind of fuel tank thing, which I believe does fold up and fit on the cab somewhere, but I haven't worked out where. But it does fold up and turn into a gun for Optimus, which is pretty cool. You get a shield. You get a energon axe made out of clear plastic. You get 2 of these energon type swords that fit on his wrists, but actually they fit in his hands. Pretty cool. And you also get a spare face. This is without the faceplate. When it comes to the leader class Optimus Prime, it comes with a clear sword and a plastic shield. And now I believe these can be stored on vehicle mode by placing the sword underneath and popping the shield on the back there, but that does look a little bit daft. So I've just transformed these guys up. Shall we have a look at M01 first, Wei Jiang Optimus Prime? And here he is in his robot mode, and I think you'll agree he looks absolutely stunning. He's got some great paintwork, the flames look amazing. It really is a massive upgrade from the Voyager version that we had in Age of Extinction. You've got some lovely, I don't know if you can see them there, but some lovely eye painting there. Good face sculpt, lovely chrome. It's just a stunning, stunning figure. I was tempted to pick up the Masterpiece Movie Prime. I'm happy I have it now. I'm not going to bother, there's no need, because this guy is probably the best movie version of Optimus Prime that's out there, to be honest with you. For the price, I mean, I got this second hand off Dave, but you can still pick up for about 60 quid, 70 quid compared to £130 of the Masterpiece. It's a no-brainer, really. You get loads of die cast, you get great build quality, great paint. Articulation-wise, the head is on a like a kind of swivelly ball joint thing. Really odd, but it can look up and down and left and right. The arms can do a full 360. You've got these little weird elbow joints. They don't bend at the elbow, they bend below due to transformation. Works fine, no problem at all. You get a waist swivel. You don't get an ab crunch. Legs can go all the way forward and about that far back. Get a 90 degree, more than 90 degree bend at the neck, and you get some rockers and some toe articulation as well. So that's pretty cool. And here's movie Optimus Prime from the Last Night leader class. It's an okay figure. I think playing with the two today, I've realised all this figure's inadequacies. Which is what you expect, really. But considering the price point of this was £65, it is absolutely not a £64 figure, £65 figure. This $12.99 at B&M, worth your money all day long. Go down to your B&M store and pick one up because it's worth that money. Not a bad toy, just not a £65 toy, to be honest with you. Let's have a look at his details. You've got some like black dry brushing all over the grey plastic, done quite badly. Face sculpt's alright, not too bad. Lack of chrome. I mean, this guy would actually look really good painted up. And I know I said earlier that I probably won't do him, but who knows, if I get a little bit of time to myself, I might touch up this, because I think it would look absolutely excellent with some little detailing here and there, really make it pop. You've got a lot of a backpack. I mean, look at that. It's half a truck hanging off his backside, which is a shame. You've got a lot of these panels that just flop about here and there, and I'm not quite sure where they're meant to go, which is a bit of a shame, really, but hi-ho. It is a mainline toy figure, so we can't really criticise that. But then again, you could say, well, the Wei Jiang figure, that's made from a mould of a mainline toy line. So, should we go through articulation on him? Head can do up and down, left and right. Arms can't do a full 360 because of this. If you move this out of the way, you kind of can do it. But, yeah. Can go out. You've got a bend at the elbow, 90 degrees. You've got no wrist pivot. You've actually got wrist pivot on Evasion mode Optimus Prime, actually, and you've got finger articulation. Sorry, I should have mentioned that. See, there you go. Fingers all on one pin, thumb on a ball joint, and wrist can swivel round. Sorry about that. Back to Optimus's articulation. You do get a bit of a waist swivel due to transformation. Legs can go out and give you the full Van Damme if you wish. It can also go all the way forward if you lift the skirt flap up, and kind of all the way back. It's just his backpack gets in the way. You've got knee bend at almost 90 degrees, but again, this backpack just gets in the way of everything. And you also get some ankle rockers, which are pretty cool. I mean, it's nice to have that on a mainline toy. You don't get that very often. So, all in all, he's an okay figure. He's not worth 65 quid, but absolutely £13 worth of your money all day long. A good buy from B&M, but nowhere else, to be honest with you. Let's have a look at some accessories in hand now. I'm not going to stick on his extra faceplate because, to be honest, I have swapped these over before and it was a little bit of a faff to do. It's one of those things you only want to do once or twice. Let's have a look at his gun. So it's the same system as the Masterpiece figures. You just put the hole in the slot. Put the hole in the slot. Put the peg in the slot. Which is a little bit difficult because bits get in the way. And bits are still getting in the way. There we go. So you can get in with his gun. Can I be honest with you? I think that is one of the worst things about this figure is that gun. I just don't like it. It doesn't look like the shotgun out of the film. I know they've tried to do a transforming gimmick where I think it folds up and fits on the truck mode, but to be honest with you, I just wish they'd give us a more accurate shotgun that he had in the film rather than this thing. Here he is with his Revenge of the Fallen style swords. I think it was Revenge of the Fallen that we had those in. I really like these. I think this is how I'll be displaying my Optimus Prime potentially, or at least with one of them. They just fit on pegs in the hands so that you can actually see the hands visible, but it's not too much of a problem. It looks pretty good. Yeah, I really like those. Another look you could go for, and of course you can do combinations of these, sword and shield, sword and gun, axe and gun, is a shield and the axe. And I like the axe, it's really, really cool. It looks great. Not movie accurate really, because I don't think he had one in the film, but there you go. Doesn't hold very well, just has to be holding with friction. But it still looks pretty cool. Quite happy with that. So with movie Optimus Prime, his arsenal is a little bit less than Evasion Mode Optimus Prime. So you've got his shield, which pegs on the arm there. Bit of a weird location for it, but there you go. And you've got his sword that just holds in his hand with friction. And you can get some pretty decent poses with this guy. But as I say, he's nowhere near the level of what the Evasion Mode Optimus Prime is. The accessories, the sword's pretty cool, I really like that. Would have liked a little bit of red on there. The shield is just completely plain. It needs a little bit of paint on there in order to make it better. Don't know if the Takara one did, but as I say, for the price I paid for this guy, £12, I can't really complain about that, can I? So, I think in vehicle mode, aesthetically, I think this one gets a good 7, 8 out of 10, to be honest with you. And I think Optimus here probably gets a good strong 8, even a 9, in my opinion, simply because the only thing that holds him back really, because it's a great truck mode, is the feet that's visible on the back, but I understand why they're there and it doesn't really take away from the figure. So I'd say it's a good 7. Let's say 7 for this guy, let's say 8 for this guy out of 10 for vehicle mode. Robot mode, I think this is maybe a 6 out of 10, where this guy is a strong 9, if not 9.5, near enough perfect figure. There are some bits I'm not 100% convinced on, but other than that, you know, it's the best version of Optimus Prime you're going to get from the movieverse. So he's the winner here, 6 out of 10. Let's give this guy a 9 out of 10. Accessories wise, this guy, bog standard, I'd say a 5 out of 10. Where this guy, I'd say 7 out of 10. There's a lot of accessories. Some of them don't fit in hand quite as well as they should do. I'm not a fan of the gun. I'm not really a fan of the shield design, to be honest with you. But all in all, this guy is the better package. This guy is the movieverse Optimus Prime that you should get if you're deciding between the two. But then again, it is down to price, isn't it, as well? And I think price-wise, I mean, as I say, this is about £60, £70. You can get him maybe £55 if you're lucky. Whereas this guy is $12.99 in B&M. Retail price, absolutely not worth it. Current price, go out there and pick one up because you won't regret it. This guy, if you're thinking about buying Masterpiece Optimus Prime, maybe consider getting this guy instead. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little video. I know it was something a little bit different. And let me know your thoughts. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. I've been Zort Rider, and if you want me to do any videos, if you want me to review anything that I've picked up recently, give us a shout and let us know. See you soon.